I want you in tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you everything going on in your head. It's just in your head. I'm going to explain what's actually happening to a lot of people, not just you. And I want you to stay till the end for a funny story I got for you. Worst chance it makes you laugh. Most despair that people have nowadays doesn't actually come from weakness or anything like that. It comes from four main insufficient resources. And those are money, time, health, and happiness. When you run out of one, you generally start to drag the others with it because you're trying to compensate for the losses. It's sort of how the game is rigged against you, and it turns these resources against each other. As you give up on other necessities of time or health to make enough money, everything becomes some kind of sick game of balancing a seesaw. But progress is perfection, and I want you in tomorrow. I just said happiness is one of the pillars, and I've always thought that was a lie. Really, you want to aim for peace. Most people hunting happiness are actually hunting peace. Peace that what they do in life matters. Peace that they belong. Peace that they can pass their knowledge on. And peace that they can develop someone in the next generation. So everything gets passed on. That kind of peace is worth far more than happiness. Because here's the truth. Isolation builds despair, and belonging destroys it. Peace comes in belonging. Happiness comes in possessing. And happiness is usually fleeting. We don't always need a solution. Sometimes we need a place that is safe and seen, and we're allowed to be without any conditions. This weekend, find one of those places. A church, a sports league, a hobby group, a library workshop, an open mic night. Anywhere you can walk in. If you wait until you're better, you will never get better. Just go anyways. Place yourself in the environment where you can be developed into peace. You can laugh at a comedy club, and that will help. But laughter and happiness is a spark, and peace is a fire, and belonging is how you feed it. Don't chase happiness. Build the conditions for peace. Find people, find purpose. Progress is perfection. I want you in tomorrow. So let's work through an idea. We'll solve for money. Because if you can get a foothold in money, you'll have the time to chase the other three. Let's say you can turn a wrench. You can work and change oil for $30,000 a year. Or work at a dealership and do repairs for $60,000. Or you can become a factory mechanic for $80,000. Or finally, you can work on aircraft and helicopters for $100,000. The same core task of turning wrenches hasn't changed, but the value has. You don't need to work harder or work more. You're doing the same task. You just need to work for a higher return in somewhere that wants it. Once you have some money, you can buy back your time. Time lets you invest into your health. And when the health improves, peace gets easier to find. Progress is perfection. I want you in tomorrow. Now let's talk about why you get out of bed. Purpose doesn't come from your job. It's a coach who believes in you, a spiritual path, a pursuit of God, learning something you always loved, or someone else being helped to forget their pain for just a moment. You're going to need a mentor, someone who's already in that space. Mentors live in their environments. Comedians at the club, historians at the museum, coaches on the field, pastors at their churches. Go watch, ask questions, pick their brain, find your path. You don't have to be healed today. You don't need a breakthrough tonight. You just pick a path that improves your position, mentally, physically, emotionally. The one choice is enough to begin healing. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to keep showing up, because progress is perfection. I once climbed mountains. Now, after 3 spine surgeries, I'm careful with the risk I take with my back. I won't be climbing any more mountains. Maybe you've had to let go of something too. An ability, a sport, a dream, a version of your body you used to trust. Sometimes we lose a piece of ourselves, and we have to acknowledge what we've lost. But if we stay stuck in that grief too long, we risk becoming trapped in a piece of our life that can never be returned. Each of us takes our own time to accept that. But make no mistake, acceptance is the only conclusion. Because acceptance doesn't mean defeat. It means releasing what's gone now, so we can put our energy into what still can be done. Like throwing the ball with your kid, or learning to cook great meals, swimming instead of running to stay healthy, learning to tell great stories and jokes. Try new things that your old life didn't make space for. There is more life ahead of you than in your memories. You just have to choose a path of progress, because progress is perfection, and I want you in tomorrow. Now that story I promised. When I was a kid, I was walking through the woods. I stepped on something, and the leaves thrashed. Tried to move my foot again, and the leaves thrashed more when I let up the pressure. I panicked. A snake. I froze, and I screamed. I was 2 acres away from our house. I screamed for hours. My brother finally heard me, came grunting with a shotgun. Somehow my dad got there at the same time, walking. My brother brings the shotgun up to my dad. "What are you going to do with that?" "Blow off his foot," my dad said. My dad takes a stick and moves his leaves. There it is. The venomous stick. A stick. I had a BB gun in my hand the whole time. I was paralyzed. But there was nothing actually there. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed by fear, we don't stop to ask if what we're afraid of is even real. Sometimes we just need someone else to move the leaves. My grandfather called me Stick for weeks. He laughed so hard he cried. The only time I ever saw him laugh that hard. I want you in tomorrow. So maybe you're standing in the woods right now, screaming, frozen, afraid. Maybe you just feel like no one's coming, but they are, or they will. And the thing you're afraid of, it might just be a stick. It might just be tomorrow. So stay. Go another hour. Go another day. Go another week. There is a path. There is peace. There is purpose. Progress is perfection. If this video helped you, comment below that you'll see me tomorrow, so someone else might find it too that needs it. And just like that, you made progress. And the perfection looks good on you.